Hey, there we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Alcides Pelzer here, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept them silent for way too long. And I just realized that I don't think I got the right camera set up. That part. Yep. It's a lot going on. Women who are ready to speak up about what has kept them silent for way too. Yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on today. But that's all right. Let's see if we can fix that. Well, no, I ain't even gonna worry about it. We're not gonna worry about it. We just gonna keep going. Can I just say good morning? Hey, hey, Lorena. Can I just tell you that I am today years old when I realized that people actually trim their trees? Why ain't y'all tell me? I thought we was friends. I thought we was fam, y'all. Why didn't y'all tell me? Can we have this? Let's have this discussion before we get into today's topic. Let's have this discussion real quick. Why did nobody tell me that people trim the trees to make them look a certain way? I buy the tree and they cut it at the bottom, and that's all I do. I water the tree so it don't die. I quit adulting. I quit adulting. Okay? I'm over it. I'm done. Y'all can have it. Keep it to yourselves. So yes, I thankfully I'm running a little behind because my auntie called me this morning, and so I was talking to her, and she was telling me, she said, "Oh, you got your tree?" She said, "Well, of course you gotta wait for it to fall, so that way you can so you can cut it, know where to cut it." And I was cut what? And she was like, "Well, you wait for the branches to fall so you can know where to trim the tree." Trim what tree? What are you talking about? And she just was like, you trim the tree so it has the tree shape. Oh, heck. I quit. I turned in my adulting card. Whoever wants it, I'm gonna leave it outside or just something. Somebody will pick it up. I'm done. I'm over it. I can't. No more. Right? Lorvell said exactly. I'm over it. Y'all can keep the adulting card. So if you do not know who I am Alcides Pelzer, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. If you are checking this out via the replay or because somebody awesome shared it, make sure that you put in the comments where it is you're checking it out from, because I definitely want to come and shout you out. I want to come say hi, give you some high fives. But listen, I want to be supportive of the community. Ow, that part. So I appreciate each and every one of you that share out the broadcast. I love it. And we are talking about positioned for success. Now, here's the thing. I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. Listen. Look, what? No. Nah. It's too much work. That's a lot. I am not a woodsman. Lorvell, I am not a woodsman. That is not my life. What I'm supposed to trim it with? I can't, y'all. I swear for goodness, I'm fitting to I'll get the kids' scissors from school, and I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna show y'all me trying to trim the tree with the scissors that the kids were supposed to use in school, but they ain't using in school because they got virtual learning. I'm over adulting. Real talk. I am over adulting. They can have it. I don't want it anymore. We were talking about being positioned for success, guys, and I'm excited about this because, listen, being positioned for success, unfortunately, there are many people that come in to being an entrepreneur and they don't feel like they can be positioned for success, or they feel like they have to compromise their integrity. They compromise their values in order for them to be positioned for success. And I'm here to tell you right here, right now, that is not what you have to do to be positioned for success. Don't be laughing at me, Lorvel. So when I think about being positioned for success and being in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, it means I need to be an atmosphere changer. And there's 3 ways that we can be an atmosphere changer. Before we get into the room, while we're in the room, and after we leave the room. I need y'all to listen. I need you to put it down below this morning. I am an atmosphere changer. You know how they used to say, I'm a real watcher. No, I'm an atmosphere. Okay, I can't do that because it's too long. Don't judge me. You just put it below. You're an atmosphere changer. Put it below. Claim it. Say it. Repeat it a couple times throughout your day. When somebody tries to call you out your name, what do you say? I'm an atmosphere changer. They tried it. Yeah, they tried it. I'm an atmosphere changer. And so being an atmosphere changer, I want to do it in 3 ways. Before I'm in the room, while I'm in the room, and then after I leave the room. There we go. Hey, Cherie. Good morning, sis. Listen, I'm an atmosphere changer. And when we have that understanding, man, powerful things happen when we realize that we can be an atmosphere changer. So being the atmosphere changer is valuable. It's important because guess what? There's somebody that needs you in the room. Hey, Keisha. Good morning, sis. There's somebody that needs you in the room. So before you enter the room, good morning. Before you enter the room, that means the power of your name. Your name should be something that changes the atmosphere. So it's your integrity, it's your value, it's how you show up consistently is going to be how you change things before you even step into the room. Good morning. I need to make sure that my name holds value. And not just that, there's something to realize that the value, I should see the value before I come into the room, not look to get it before I walk out. Unless you're going somewhere where you're learning something and you're being put in a position of being able to grow and expand, I should see value in me before walking into the room, because if I'm only looking for the value from once I leave the room, then I'm looking for somebody else to affirm me. I'm looking for somebody else to give me the hand claps and the pat on the back. I'm looking for somebody else to tell me that what I have is valuable, that what I have with my hands, what I can do, what the words that I speak, my time is valuable. And we've gotten into that kind of flow because with working a job, somebody tells you the value when you get in the room. Y'all better catch this morning. Somebody tells you the value before you get in the room. And I need you to get into the headspace to where I'm walking in valuable. Somebody say, I'm walking in valuable. Good morning, Shalonda. Hey, sis. Somebody say, I'm walking in valuable this morning. No matter where your job is, no matter where you are, I'm walking in valuable. My value is showing up when I come into the door. So, but it's showing up even before I get there. And it's because of what you do in your daily actions. It's who you talk to on a consistent basis. It's how you show up. It's how you support. That's how you are the atmosphere changer before you even get in the room. Before you even get in the room. I've gone to events and had people before I even got there who were saying, oh my goodness, I'm excited about you. I was excited about you coming. Oh my goodness, I heard you were going to be here and I wanted to make sure that I met you. See, y'all better catch this. When I am an atmosphere changer and someone hears my name in the room or knows that I'm going to be in the room, they get excited about it. It changes the atmosphere. It puts people into a posture of wanting to know me, talk to me, inspire me, encourage me, support me, work with me. It gives them that inspiration when they hear my name. What are people inspired to do when they hear your name? Oh, go on and ask your neighbor. Say, neighbor, what are people inspired to do when they hear your name? When you hear Altovise Pelzer, you hear the voice manager, you know that it is time for you to become #unmuted. That is what you hear. That is before I even get in the room. That is what you know. Oh, you know that, listen, she going to encourage you. She going to push you off some cliffs. She going to make sure you press the go live button. She going to make sure you do some things. Come on. Keisha said, I caught it. She said, I caught it. You're going to go ahead and you're going to press the go live button. You're going to write the book. You're going to tell your story because your story holds value. And when you understand the value in your story, you set yourself in a position that before you enter the room, they are talking about you. Your name holds value. Your name holds weight. Your name changes the atmosphere because people get excited when they hear your name. People get there's a joy when they hear your name. What do people do when they hear your name? What is the experience when somebody hears your name? What is the mindset when somebody hears your name? See, this is the thing. We get into this habit of thinking that we're not valuable. No. We're being positioned for success. And so being positioned for success means that I'm an atmosphere changer. I'm an atmosphere changer. In doing so, I need to make sure that my name holds weight before I even get into the room. So how many of you right now can honestly say my name holds weight? I'm positioned for success, that my name holds weight, that people speak good things about me. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be people that speak bad things. Trust and believe. You're always going to have some naysayers. You're always going to have people that say negative things. Trust it. It's a part of the journey. But speak it into existence that you have powerful people with your name in their mouth, and they are speaking great things about you because of who you are and what you've done. Do people know your name? Because see, this is the thing, and I need y'all to grab this. When people know your name, your invitations into the room go up. When people know your name, they want to invite you to the room. See, you've been struggling to try to get into the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've been struggling to try to get into the room. But when you go ahead and put yourself into a position of success and people start to learn your name and your name changes atmospheres, then what happens is now people invite you to the room because they know the power of you. But it started with them understanding the power of your name. Come on. Come on. Lorvell said it. The naysayers are part of your journey. Come on. I got to have that understanding. I got to get back into this posture of success. I got to get back into a posture of being somebody who's valuable and valued. And I was doing interviews yesterday for the Speakeasy podcast for a special session that we're doing, a special series called Life After COVID that launches next month. And I was listening to them and I was like, wow, when people show up to be a guest on my show, I value the information that they're bringing. I have 6 and 7 figure CEOs. I have doctors. I have professors. I have people from all over the world that come on and are guests on the show. And when I tell you the information that they share is so valuable. That's why I fought so hard to get the podcast on different platforms because I wanted that value to continue to be spread across the world. I needed people to understand these things. You are valuable. Their names were valuable. Their presence was valuable, and trust and believe they gave some value when they showed up on the show. It's so important for us to gain access to that understanding. I have people scheduled out till March to be a guest on the show because they started seeing the value in my name. I had people reaching out to me because past guests went and said, oh yeah, I did an episode on Altavisha's show. Oh, that was so much fun. I enjoyed myself. Oh, I love the conversation. It was a great feel for the podcast. I know her audience is probably going to love it. My name is in rooms. I have physicists saying my name. I have brain surgeons saying my name. Y'all don't understand the power of your name. Y'all better come on this morning. Good morning, D. You got to understand the power of your name. Somebody put it down below. My name is powerful. My name is powerful. Good morning, Stephanie. My name is powerful. And so therefore, when my name steps into the room, I'm an atmosphere changer. I've already changed the atmosphere because my name is in the room and my name is powerful. We've had people make fun of our names. Y'all know, I don't know if I told y'all, but I did not hear my name pronounced correctly by somebody on a first try until I got into college. TU. And I was in an African American studies class. And the professor, and y'all know I'm an introvert, so I was like, oh, don't call me out like that, professor. Don't do it. But I was in a African American studies class, and the professor saw my name and said, Altavis, and looked up. And he said, Sammy Davis Jr.'s wife. And I'm like, yes. Now, mind you, it was a class of about 100 people. So at that point, I went and I kind of slithered into my seat. Being the introvert that I am. But your name holds weight. So that was number one, is your name changes the atmosphere before you even get there. Your name gets the invite. Gets you the invite to the room. Your integrity, your value is all of that is attached to your name, and it gets you into the room. So then the second one is when you get into the room, and while you're in the room, your actions change the atmosphere. I don't have to talk to everybody in the room for me to be valuable in the room. Y'all better hold on tight. Y'all better tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I don't have to be the loudest one in the room for my name, for me to be valuable. I don't have to be the loudest in the room. I don't even have to talk about myself all throughout the whole time for me to be valuable. When I understand that my actions in the room can shift the atmosphere, then I stop doing things to be seen. That hurt somebody. That hurt somebody's heart right there. Come on. Come on. Ha. That hurt somebody's heart right there. When I realize the power of my actions, thank you for sharing. Come on. Thank you, D. When I understand the power of my actions, I'll realize that my actions in the room, I don't have to be the loudest in the room to be seen. I don't have to be the person at the front of the room to be seen. I just have to understand that my actions need to be deliberate. My actions need to be power-packed. Come on. Some of y'all, can we just be honest? Okay, so this gonna hurt somebody. And it's a little, I love y'all. I'm just gonna preface it with that. I love y'all. Some of you somebody, and again, I can only talk about this because this is what I've gone through in entrepreneurship. You're giving more value to the room you're in than you are to what you bring to the room. You're giving more value to the room that you're in than you are to what you're bringing to the room. Granted, there will be rooms that you step into where you are not the most valuable person in there, but you still hold value. You're giving more value to the room, to an atmosphere, than you are to what it is that you know, what it is that you do, who it is that you are. We give more value to the room. And so we get excited about being in the room and we lose focus about being an atmosphere changer. We get excited about being in the room and then we lose sight of actually getting the things that we need while we're in the room. Can I tell you something? This will be, and I speak this over every person that is watching this, every person that watches the replay, every person that, I don't care when you're watching it, 2025, 2097, whenever you are watching this video or listening to this audio, I need you to understand, today is the last time that you show up in a room giving more value to the room. Good morning, Dr. Monica. Today is the last time that you show up in the room giving more value to the room than what it is that you can attain from the room. Come on. Hey, Shannon. Good morning, sis. Today is the last day that you show up and give more value to the room. Because guess what? When you give value to the room and you do not see your own value, then you show up trying to hang on everybody's coattails. Keisha said, "Oh, I need some popcorn." She over in the World Voice League group like, "Oh, I need popcorn right now." Right now. But when we value the room so much, can I tell you something? Oh, and this gonna hurt. This gonna hurt. This gonna hurt. And oh, thank you for tagging somebody, Shalonda, because listen, it's gonna hurt. When you value the room that you're in more than you value what's in the room, and this is what happens, is you show up and you don't learn anything. You show up and you don't change. You show up and take a bunch of notes and don't implement on anything. You don't take action. We're going to be honest this morning. Y'all know we transparent over here. And so some of you, good morning, Lisa. Some of you will show up in the room. And guess what? Get absolutely nothing while you're there. Because you're so excited about just being in the room that you get nothing while you're there. Here's the thing. The room is important only because of the people in it. A room is a room is a room. I don't care if it's at the Ritz-Carlton. I don't care if it's at, the bungalow on Clifton Street. I don't care. A room is a room is a room. When you understand the value of people, the value of time, the wisdom, then you won't get as excited about just being in the room. I'm going to get excited about what I'm going to get while I'm there. Yes, it's exciting to be able to say that you're at an event with some of the greats, or that you're speaking with that's cute to be on stage with them. But what did you leave with? Somebody that they're not going to catch that until they get home from work today. What did you leave with? Can I tell you that I spent a lot of time being excited about being in the room and putting out money, investing money, and receiving absolutely nothing when I left the room? There was no return on my investment. Look, Shalonda said it. Come on. There was no return on the investment. And so I need to understand that when I go into the room, there should be a return on the investment. The return may be new clients. The investment may give me a return of something I change in my business, something I do better. It may be connections that are valuable connections for a mentor, a business friend, somebody that will, go and suggest me to other people. Can I tell you something? I have past guests that are still telling people about their interview on my podcast. I have past guests who put their interview on their website because they saw the value of the connection. They saw the value of being in the room. And so therefore they said, let me go ahead and get a return on this. And they put it on their website. They put it on blogs. They put it out and guess what? They see the value of the room. I can always tell when people come and do a podcast interview with me and they don't understand the value of where they at. Come on. I always can tell. Come on. Listen, a room is a room is a room. A room is a room is a room. That's the understanding. So my actions matter while I'm in the room. Yes, the pictures are great. Can I tell y'all something? The pictures are great. But pictures don't change your business. Action does. The pictures are great, but we need action while we're in the room. It's not to say that we can't take pictures and engage and connect with people and follow everybody on Facebook and follow everybody on this and that. That's great. That's cute. But where's the value? Listen, we got to go a little further. Look, Lorel said it. Understand. Come on. Your value in the room. Understand the value of the room? Yes, because there's people in there that you need to connect with. When you go to an event, there should be no event that you go to where you're not networking. And I mean actually physically meeting with people. And this is coming from an introvert. Where you are physically or right now virtually meeting with people outside of the event. There should not be any event that you attend. Let's be honest. I'm giving you exactly what it means to be positioned for success. You should not be attending any event where you're not going and networking with people outside of the event. You as a vendor, can I tell y'all, and I've seen vendors do it. You should not be a vendor at an event and not doing some type of way to network with people at the event or after the event. You didn't understand. You didn't realize your value in the room. Your actions say it. You didn't understand the value of you being in the room. And so when I understand my value of being in the room, I'm going to take the right actions. I should be setting up meetups with people. When I go to even a virtual event, I've done it. And had well over 150 people sign up for the meetup. I understood what action I took in there because I understood my value and I understood the value of the people in the room. It wasn't about the room. The room was just, listen, the room was just the ship. The room was just the vessel. The room was just the plane. The room was just whatever the room was. It doesn't matter what the room is. There's an opportunity there. So your actions matter. And then how are you being remembered? What's your value once you leave the room? Here's the thing. For some of y'all, You think that I'm talking about, like how many numbers are you leaving with, or how many clients are you leaving with? The value after you leave the room is the impact that you've left on people, your presence. It's your signature, your fingerprint that you've left on that event and the people there. What will people say when you leave? Remember, we're talking about being positioned for success. There's always going to be people talking, but you determine what they say when you leave by what you did before you got into the room, by what you did when you got into the room, and then when it's time for you to leave the room. What is it that they're saying after you've left the room? What action is being taken? And so I say that because I had an event. Good morning, Carolyn. I had an event that I went to. It was with Black Speakers Network. Shout out to Brian, BSN. Come on, hashtag BSN. And I went to the event, and I'm an introvert, so I don't often talk to a whole bunch of people in the room. I don't often do a whole bunch of networking in the room. I talk to some people and do some things. And what I found myself doing was, I had a couple conversations, but when I got to the event, it was really great because there were people that knew me there. So, of course, we talked, and people that had been guests on my podcast from early on, they were there. And so we took pictures and all types of stuff. And then after the event, because I didn't meet everybody at the event, after the event, somebody was putting out a request for something with video. And at the time, that was one of my side businesses, was my videos. Doing intros and outros for Facebook and YouTube and all types of other stuff. And then they put my name in the hat. Now, this is somebody who had been a guest on my show. Remember that what I do before I get in the room, my action in the room, him and I connected. We took pictures. We talked a little bit. And then after the room, again, when I tell y'all this stuff, I'm not telling you stuff from what I read. I'm not telling you stuff from what I heard. I'm telling you from experience. And so I show up to this post, and the person is looking for a video, because remember, we used to be able to do the Facebook Live intros and all of that. They took that away from us, y'all. They snatched it. I mean, we can still do it, just on a different level. And so I was like, wow, okay. I was not the first person in the chat, but he tagged me in the chat. The person who was doing the chat, it was their post. They said, weren't you at BSN? Weren't you at the meetup that we did with Black Speakers Network? Yes. I was not the first person in the chat. She said, send me your price list. See, being positioned for success is a process. This is a process that I have gone through over the last few years, but it's also a process that I've gone through all my life. Learning how to show up in a room, especially when you're somebody who's not the loudest in the room, has been a process throughout my whole life. Because guess what? People will be quick to ignore you. Come on. People will be quick to ignore you. They'll be quick to go ahead and pull you and put you by the wayside. They'll be quick to go ahead and push you off to the side, making you feel as though you're not valuable. So that's why I said, before you step in the room, you need to know your value. You need to know what it is you have to offer. Come on. Come on. Come on. Carolyn said, I am an environment changer. Norvell said, what value will you collect once you leave the room? Come on. Once you leave your presence with the audience. And sometimes it's from you being a speaker. Sometimes it'll be from you being, just an attendee. Come on. What's the value that you're leaving in the room? What's the value that you're taking with you from the room? But then after the room, what is happening? So because he knew what I was doing, because of how I showed up before I got in the room and how we connected again in the room, it put him in a position to be able to put my name in a position to where I could go and access a new client, several new clients. This is not the time for us to cower in fear. Like, this is your public service announcement. This is not the time for you to fall back. This is not the time for you to question it and second guess yourself. This is not the time for any of that. This is the time for you to step in full force. Why? Because there's been enough people who have discredited you being in the room. And the most important person that discredited you being in the room was you. Can we just have that moment of honesty? The reason why you don't feel as though you're valuable in the room, it's you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Your presence has residual value. And when you understand the value, then you'll stop allowing people to devalue you. When you understand the value, you'll stop allowing people to tell you how great you can be. Because you already have a God that told you how great you could be. When you understand your value, not only will you show up with that value, ready to tackle the world, but it'll push you outside your comfort zone. Can I tell you something? And this is something that I've shared with my accountability members, because this is something that was not shared by other coaches that I've engaged with, and it was not shared by other people that I worked with, and it was not shared because there's this fear that if I show you how valuable you are, then you won't want to buy my program. If I show you how valuable you are, then you won't want to buy my book or buy my course. And that is the opposite of how we should treat people. I should be showing you how valuable you are. And so one of the things that I found is, especially in my accountability membership, is I'm always going and reinforcing the value of who they are. Trust, there are many people that don't. There are many people that devalue people on a regular basis. Because if I make you feel less than, then you'll stay in my program. If I can always make you feel as though you're not good enough, then you'll always buy from me. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the coaching industry, that is how they feel. A lot of people in corporate, that is how they feel. If I always keep you at a minimum and never show you the maximum of what you can achieve, then I will always keep you as a client. I will always keep you as somebody who's paying me. Something that I've always told my clients is, depending on the program that we're working with and we're doing together, you should not continuously need me. But if you see the value in what I'm doing, then it's okay to still want me to be around. But there should be growth, and there is. There should be documented growth in any program, class you take. Being positioned for success means I value the money that I spend because I know that I'm going to get some type of a return on what I invested. I'm investing in me. I'm investing in my family. I'm investing in my business and in other people. And when I realize that power that I hold, I'm not going to give that up. I've seen many, many people. That's what they fall into, is that, yeah, you continuing to be the client. Come on, Norvell said it, value the growth. You continuing to be a client, you continuing in a program, but you're not even growing because you don't even think that you're capable of achieving this big number. You don't even see yourself doing the things that you're putting on paper because you don't even see yourself as valuable. It's a sales tactic. Sorry, not sorry. I can tell people the truth. It's a sales tactic that a lot of people use. And they portray wanting to see you grow. But if you grow past a certain point, they feel as though you won't be their client anymore. And so there's little things that they implement. I won't go into every single thing, but there's little things that they implement to keep you at a certain level. It's sad. But when you get yourself in a position to say, I'm going to be positioned for success, that's why we're talking so much about the value that you hold and what you can do with that, and empowering you to understand just who it is that you are. Because guess what? You are the guru for somebody. I get it. You are the teacher, the trainer. You are the motivator for somebody. Come on. There's somebody who needs you, but they can't get what they need from you until you see the value that you have. I had to see the value of myself. I had to step back and say, okay, I'm first of all of this nickel and diamond and learning stuff just to be able to teach somebody something. No, that ain't me. All of this going and side hustling and you doing all of these things, that's not your area of expertise. That's not me. Hey, Eric. Hey, good morning. That's not me, because I don't need to do all that. I need to work in my zone of greatness and then let somebody else work in theirs. When I think that, when I have see, this is the thing, and I'll say this and then I'll let you guys go. Being positioned for success, this series is breaking the poverty mindset. The poverty mindset is, I won't get any more, so I got to do whatever I got to do to keep what I have, or scrounge, and I'll never get more. And so there are people who make six figures who still have a poverty mindset. And they make the six figures and then it's gone. And then something happens and then they may make some more money, but they're not on a continuous flow because they're being reactive instead of proactive. They're creating stuff just to kind of make spurts of money, but they're not understanding their true value. And so we got to get out of that. There are rich people that have a poverty mindset. Yes. There are people who are starting businesses and who have businesses who have a poverty mindset. There are coaches with a poverty mindset. And Being positioned for success breaks the poverty mindset, because if I'm always being positioned for success, I know that something else is coming. Another opportunity will come. More money will come. This is why we did the Press Play series. This is why we did that strategy session. Because I know I got to go ahead and tap into the strategy session. I got to tap into the series. I got to go ahead and listen to some things. I got to listen to the affirmations. I got to do the work. Because it's not until I realize the value that I hold that I'll stop putting myself in invaluable, like in places where they don't value who I am. I'll stop putting myself in places where they don't value the money I'm investing. I'll stop putting myself in places where they don't value the words that I'm saying. I'll stop putting myself in at tables with the food that's not meant for me. I'll stop being okay with scraps, realizing that there's a full spread somewhere else for me. Understand there is a full spread. There is a table with a full spread just for you. You don't have to have scraps. You don't have to have scraps. Get positioned for success. Put yourself in that place. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can. And this is hard because, again, this is what a lot of people are going through. And they feel like the value comes from them being in the room. You were valuable before you walked into the room. Come on. You were valuable before you walked into the room. Understand that. Hey, Sheila, good morning. Understand that. I appreciate you guys. I'm excited about what this whole series is doing and what we've been able to do with it. That part. I'm excited about where we're going and how we are going to end the year strong. Guys, we got a little over a week to get some things done. What will you do to finish strong? We've been talking about it over in the free group, bit.ly/World Voice Community. What are you doing to finish strong? Like, what are some things that you're putting in place? Because guess what? Somebody needs something that you got, and they just waiting for you to put it out. Come on. Shalonda said it. That's the way in the broadcast. I am valuable before I walk in the room. For those of you that do not know, I am out to these spells of your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. That part. You guys know right now we have the Press Play series, bit.ly/WVL Press Play. That is a bundle that comes with a strategy session that is going to help you not only end the year strong, but start 2021 even stronger. I'm excited about what you guys are going to achieve, even in this next week, and then how you are going to do for that first quarter. Let's get it. bit.ly/WVL Press Play. That part. So guys, be on the lookout. The podcast has been up and running and moving and shaking, and I'm loving every bit of it. And I think we can get to 10,000 downloads by the end of the month. So I need your help. You guys, check out the hashtag Speakeasy Podcast. You'll see my picture on the front of the cover, and it says hashtag unmuted across my mouth. Make sure that you go and check out the podcast. Download it, share it out to a friend or two, because guess what? I'm determined to reach this 10,000 download goal by the end of the month. So I got a little over a week. I can make it happen. The blog is booming, you guys. We are about to hit doing 4 times what we did last year in engagement and views. Ha! Thank you. I had somebody in the group that said they're going to check it out. Listen, we have gotten to the blog being, y'all know we just, I think last month we hit 3 times what we did last year. Guys, so in a month's time, we hit a whole nother milestone. Like, we're almost at 4 times what we did last year. So I'm excited. That's been going up and running. Don't forget, if you are a business owner, don't forget you can submit tips for the blog as a guest blog. As a guest blog writer, you can definitely submit a guest blog post, or if you have a story of moving from triumph to tragedy, from tragedy to triumph, that part, you can go and submit your story as well. Just inbox me and I'll send you the information for you to be able to sign up to submit your information. We would love to have you submit. Share those tips, share those resources. Again, I told you the blog has been literally expanding at a high rate. This is the time for you to get yourself in front of people, and it is a global reading audience. So there are people reading from all over the world. I think the last one that kind of like blew my mind was we have people reading it from Russia, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then there was another one that's over in like the border of China. People that were reading from over in that area. And so excited. It's a great opportunity for you to connect with people globally. There are people, when you put a link in your blog post, there are people clicking on your link, and we can actually see how many clicks you guys are getting, and you guys are getting some more clicks on your websites and things. So thank you to everybody that has gone and already submitted posts. We love you guys. There are some who are in the accountability membership where they can post monthly. I absolutely love it. So it's about us all moving to a whole nother level. Yes. Yes. I love you guys. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day. I got some work to go finish, and then it's on to the next thing. And another one. And another one. If you need me, reach out. I will probably be available until Wednesday. So if you're doing your blog post, reach out, or you want to do a post, reach out so I can get you the information before Wednesday. After Wednesday, I'm out. You gonna miss me when I'm out. I'm still going to do our morning session, but I will not be responding to any messages. I will not be responding to any posts or anything. I'm off. Going to go and be with family and kind of have some fun and stuff. That part. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And you'll see me before then, but I know that some people may already start, they're starting to, fall back when it comes to social media, so they can start getting some things in order. That part. I appreciate it though. So don't forget also, so if you have a guest blog post idea or information, send me something, a message, so that way you can go ahead and be able to submit a post. And then don't forget, check out the podcast. We're going to reach 10,000 downloads by next week. And I'm going to keep you updated. So when I go live in the morning, if I forget to say how many downloads, just know I need y'all to ask me. But we're going to get 10,000 downloads by the end of next week. I'm excited. You guys, I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day. And until next time, don't forget to press it out. See ya.